Hey guys, welcome to
Piano Rogues.
I'm Ari.
And I'm Alair.
Today we have an episode that we recorded a little while back.
About 2 weeks before we recorded Auld Lang Syne. And we're only just now getting around to publishing it.
Hope you guys enjoy! We decided we were going to do another challenge video.
Yay!
And Alair came up with the challenge all herself, so she can only blame herself for the torture today.
It was Ari's idea to do a challenge video, so I'm still blaming her. This is her doing.
So what did you decide we were doing?
I am going to attempt, keyword attempt, to compose a piece for 3 instruments in 3 hours. 2 ocarinas, 1 piano. And I have to base my composition off of some ideas that Ari had. Instrument number 1, my friend Aoife. This is a triple ocarina, meaning it has 3 chambers and a very large range. It is fully chromatic, and I love it. It's my good friend.
What is chromatic?
All the notes.
All the notes in the range.
And then we have my friend Tulia. So this is an inline tenor ocarina. You hold it like this and blow in this end, and it has a very sweet tone. It is a very nice ocarina, but because it's only a single chamber, it has a much smaller range. So that puts a little bit more limitation on what I can do with this one. This one is also fully chromatic, however. So theoretically, I can put it in any key I want. Theoretically.
So it doesn't skip any notes.
Right. And then, of course, we have the piano.
Whose name, since
Ella.
you gave their name.
Yes, this is Ella.
I have 2 little pieces.
There's an arrow in the way.
There is.
I can't see the note. Does that mean I get to make it up? Is it a wild card?
You know where it goes. It goes at the bottom line there.
Okay, so it's an E. So I have... And then I have... That's the first figure. And then we have Tulia. Alrighty, so I guess I get to see what I can do with that.
Okay, we're a half hour in. What decisions have been made?
Okay, so I have decided that this is an A minor, which is fantastic because it's an easy key to write in. I don't have to think too hard about key signatures and such. If this was in another key, at the beginning of every line, I would have to write whatever list of sharps or flats were supposed to be in the piece, which would just take up a little bit of extra time. So this is actually a little bit easier. It will take less of my time this way. I had thought that I was going to make it into a waltz because if you've watched very much of me at all, you know I love waltzes. But as I was kind of fiddling around with the theme that I was coming up with, I realized it wasn't in 3/4. It was actually in 4/4, or not 4, brain. It was not in 3/4, it was in 5/4, and I didn't want to change my rhythm because I liked my rhythm, so I guess I'm writing something in 5/4 now. You guys should be proud, it's not a waltz. So I started with the melodic figures Ari gave me and began experimenting with how I could build a melody around them, and then I began playing with chords to harmonize the melody I was building. I wanted to make it as interesting as I could, so I tried to make the harmonies go in somewhat unexpected directions.
So we're at halfway through.
Okay, so I've pretty much decided that I don't have time for anything more complex, so this is just going to be either a binary form where I have an A section that repeats and then a B section that repeats, or possibly I'll do an A section that repeats, a B section, and then go back to the A section and play that one more time to finish it. Haven't totally made up my mind on that yet, but I have finished composing all of the piano part for the A section. The ocarina 1 part is also finished. I need to fix a couple of things in the second ocarina part, but A section is basically done. I just have like 1 or 2 more things to do in there. And then on to the B section.
As I worked, I recorded the piano part on my phone so that I could play my ocarina part along with it and try to make sure things were sounding the way that I wanted them to sound, make sure that harmonies were working the way that I wanted them to work. Those of you with good ears for music, can you pick out how and where I used both figures? Especially the second figure. I think I hit it pretty well. As I got toward the end, I have to admit, I started feeling more stressed because I was wondering if I was going to make it.
We're done.
So you had half a minute.
Yes! I made it! Right under the wire, but I made it.
That was terrifying.
That was really terrifying. My brain, however, feels like I put it through like one of those laundry wringer things, you know, like they used to roll laundry through to get all the water out of them. Ugh, can I be done now?
Now we gotta perform it.
Oh, good. First of all, knowing that I did not have very much time to compose this forced me to make decisions a lot faster. And as a consequence, I'm not entirely sure I like this piece. However, it is done. And I guess we'll see what it sounds like when it's all mixed together. I mean, theoretically, it should all work. I won't know how the whole thing sounds until we record all the tracks and mix it all together. So, let's do the thing. It works!
Yay!
Yay!
Our first time with a multi-instrument.
Yeah. First time ever recording multiple tracks and then trying to sync them all together.
And your first time with a
Multiple instrument composition.
composition. And your first time composing under time constraints.
Massive duress. 3 hours, 3 instruments.
Well, we've definitely reduced your record for composing time.
She refers to how it took me like 10 years to compose a piece.
10 years to 3 hours. That's a pretty good improvement on time. If you guys enjoyed that video, click on the link here for another of BardAlair's compositions.
Thanks for letting us steal your screens for a while.
And stay rogue.